basically with Manhunt, just to explain. So it's a best of 5 series. It's me versus the hunters, right? So basically best of 5. So if you get 3 wins, then you win. And then also another thing, I've said this many times before, but I think this is just important to understanding when I'm going into this video. Off the beginning, if I die like right off the beginning, we just redo. Like if I die in the first like couple minutes, we just redo. We could have done a grace period, but we chose not to because it's much more entertaining to see somebody run away. The hunters get paid an undisclosed amount if they kill me off the beginning. So the reason for that is essentially so that the competitiveness is still there, because I don't want them to like let me live off the beginning, because then the video's not entertaining. So there's not that intensity of, oh, he could die here, or because if they weren't going to, then they would just let me live, because if we have to redo it 10 times, if they kill me 10 times in a row off the beginning, why would they even kill me, right? They just let me live. So that's the incentive to make it so it's actually intense off the beginning. Third thing, there's a couple rules with Manhunt. You can't like permanently break the nether portal on either side unless you know for sure that the other person can like restore it, right? And we made that after one of the manhunts with me versus George, where I broke the portal. You can't create another portal in the nether, so you have to go back to the original portal in the nether. It's like I can't just nether travel, because then I get extremely far away and they can't really find me in the nether, because it's really hard to find people in the nether because the nether's so spread out and there's lava and everything. Those are probably the most important rules. We adjust the rules as they go. One of the rules we'll probably be adding is no instant damage potions, because if you find an extremely OP strategy, then it's just gonna be every manhunt, oh, we just go straight and get instant damage potions or whatever. The reason I picked this video to watch is just because I feel like it goes over so much. Like it's so detailed. It goes over like basically everything that's possibly suspicious in any manhunt ever. But I think this video was really well put together. By the way, any channel, anybody, feel free. You can use this. This content's yours. This content's anybody's. They want to post it. But make sure that there is a disclaimer not to send hate to the original person in the description of that video if you do post it. Thank you.
You can see here, George kills Sapnap, just as it seems all over for Dream, giving Dream 7 pearls, which begs the question, why did George kill Sapnap in this specific manhunt?
George and Sapnap, they go at each other. They literally just kill each other. Like, they do that. That is literally like their thing that they do. They kill each other. After this, I will say they probably learned a little bit and realized, hey, in the manhunts, we shouldn't do that. It's just that it happened in that point to end, like, totally ruin them. But he did do it. He made the mistake. I got the pearls and I pearled away. But, you know, they have before killed each other in manhunts. They have since then killed each other in manhunts, and they always do in all their streams kill each other. And I will say that like Bad Boy Halo and Antfrost, they stop them. They try and stop them from killing each other. So ever since there's been more hunters than just them, I think that's why it happened in the 2 hunters, because they kill each other, right? But in the future hunters, like Bad will just tell them to stop and stuff. So
Dream managed to sneak up on the hunters on 3 separate occasions. This makes it seem as if they didn't have one at all.
He's saying that the compass should turn, and then he would see that the compass turned. I'm pretty sure that when you click the compass, you have to click it to update it. And the second thing, a lot of times you can just get distracted. Like Bad has no reason to believe that I'm hiding behind a tree about to jump him when he sees a cow and runs towards the cow. He makes this point about the compass a lot throughout the video, saying like, oh, if they saw the compass, they'd know this. So in the nether, we have a little thing above the hotbar that points to where I am, because in the nether you can't actually use the compass because the compass like swirls and stuff, so it's not actually a compass. So they say compass when they're in the nether, but they're just referring to the compass that's above their hotbar that shows them where I am. It doesn't show like the y-axis. If I'm below them or above them, they have no idea. And so a lot of times he even says like when they're underground, like, oh, they're running around underground, they don't know that he's in the wall right there. Well, yeah, because I'm just in a wall. Like, they're not going to just randomly mine through the wall. I could be anywhere. I could be in a tower. I could be at bedrock. I could be literally anywhere at all throughout the world. So they don't want to waste their time and mine around. Like, if I just dug down 5 blocks, they could mine straight for, like, they could dig a whole chunk error and they probably wouldn't find me. But I usually take opportune moments to jump them, to attack them and surprise them. I take like opportune moments. So I do it in times when I know they won't know that I'm coming, or they really wouldn't expect it. Because why would Bad expect that I'm going to come back towards them and kill him?
You'll see that Dream doesn't burn any of the stuff, giving away for the hunter to yet get it again.
Yes, I didn't burn the stuff that's in the water. I technically could have. Like, I could have placed blocks and stuff like below it and tried to block off the whole waterway and got it up so I can burn it. This is like at a random place in the world. So I'm just probably expecting they're not going to find their stuff. It's super far. It's going to despawn before they find it. And also, it's in the water, dude. Like, am I going on my way to burn this stuff? Like, probably not.
This makes me question whether or not they actually have a compass.
You hear George scream there. Well, again, they're not constant. Like, he's cooking iron. He's cooking food. Like, he's not constantly looking at his compass, staring at it and going, where is Dream? Is he going to sneak up on me? And also, one thing he doesn't even mention is that I come from the same way the compass was pointing. Even if he was staring at the compass, it would be pointing the exact same way. I'm just running in a straight line towards him from the same direction.
Did you hear that? He said, we can't hit him though.
When you're in a moving boat, you literally can't hit. Like, you can't hit somebody. The Minecraft mechanics don't work. He's in a boat. Him and Bad are both in a boat, and you can't hit in a moving boat.
The hunters, they have a client which tell him how much health Dream is on. So here, Sapnap knows that Dream is really low, and he can see this. So he tells the other hunters, we can't hit him though. Here we see Dream announce to the hunters that he found the second stronghold.
Basically, the portal was already lit. It makes a sound. They knew I was at a second stronghold. They just didn't know how I was at a second stronghold. They literally already knew that. So the reason I said it is just for the video. Like, I'm at the second stronghold. Like, this is for the video so that way people know, like, oh, that's what he did. He went to the second stronghold. It didn't give away anything at all. Now, this one, actually, this is like the most suspicious one in the whole thing. But I'll explain.
He's almost broken, and he is on half a heart. Yes? Now, look at that. Just a few seconds later, we see a cut. So he is on half a heart.
I want to point out something here with the cut. Just pay attention to my blocks. I have 34. I have 37 blocks. 34.
And then suddenly...
58. Okay? So the cut is a long cut. Okay? So that's the first thing to point out. The cut is a pretty long cut.
There's a cut. And now his shield is fully repaired. Jump to 1621, you can see his inventory. No extra shield. Remember this is very important. Dream here, an extra shield, 6 iron ingots, and almost half repaired shield.
Oh my god. Please die! Oh my...
Whether or not Dream had prolonged the manhunt, just so the hunters could get fully enchanted armor, they had all died.
They had all died. Pay attention to that. He says they had all died. Let's see. Did they all die?
Where'd he go?
So Bad died.
Wait, Sapnap, no! Oh my god! Him? Oh my god. No.
George died. Sapnap didn't die. That's the first thing that's wrong about that. Sapnap didn't die. Sapnap was able to retrieve some of Bad's stuff. So he was able to collect obsidian right then and make an enchantment table. This time period that's literally like 2 minutes in the video is literally like probably 5-10 minutes or something in real time. I don't know how long it was, but I was trying to get enough wood to do trades, and you need a lot of wood. You need like 6 stacks or something of wood. And if you listen closely in the video, Sapnap enchants for them to get level 1 enchantments on all your armor and your sword. It takes nothing. All right, so look, I kill them here. I'm at level 27 here. I'm at level 32 and almost 33. Now the hardest levels to get are 27 to like 27 and above. I'm at 32, almost 33. That's a lot of levels. Like, you can sit at a mob spawner for 15 minutes, a double cave spider mob spawner for 15 minutes, and barely go from 27 to 30. I was just killing so many mobs, and it takes such a long time too. This one's so funny.
Which backs up my claim. Dream here is on 1 heart, yes? Bad, if he jumps here and hits Dream, Dream is dead.
So Bad doesn't know that, first of all. Second of all, I have a loaded crossbow pointed right at his face that I somehow missed. I don't even know how I missed that shot. That was like the easiest shot I ever could have taken. But like, Bad doesn't jump towards me. I can just like shoot him in midair. He takes like a giant crossbow hit, lands in the water, and then he's far away. And second of all, I just want to watch this through because I have something to show you guys.
The hunters have a client which show how much health Dream is on.
Okay. So let's think about that real quick. So he just said that he thinks that in this scene, at 33 seconds and 33 minutes and 12 seconds in the Manhunt finale rematch, that Bad not jumping towards me and hitting me was because I was on 1 heart and because they can see my health. So let's go and watch that scene. George jumps towards me. I'm on 1 heart, keep in mind. Switches to his sword and hits me. I'm on 1 heart. He's saying that they have a mod to see my health. George hits me with a sword on 1 heart. But because he was on slow cooldown when he switched to his sword, I lived on half a heart. Like, I was probably like literally so close to dying here. But he skips this clip. Why does he skip this clip? That's ridiculous. Like, he uses the clip like literally a couple seconds before it. We're talking about bad boy Muffin Halo here. Like, are we really gonna hold him to like make some epic sprint jump final hit with like a switching to his sword in midair? Like, I don't know. Maybe probably not. But
Look at his XP right now.
I've talked about this before. This one's like the most obvious one where it's like, oh, that was staged because my XP goes down after a certain point. But the server crashed, and during that whole point, the server was lagging. So, and you can actually see in the uncut footage of my last manhunt, the server crashed. There wasn't a rollback because we had fixed that issue, but the server crashed. But that in this manhunt particularly, if you watch, it was lagging a lot. Like, you can go through and watch this entire manhunt, and it's like very laggy compared to usual. And it's because the server was having problems, and it ended up crashing, and it literally did like a 10-second rollback. It doesn't make any sense. My XP went down like it was back before I killed 2 blaze and I got XP, and then I didn't have the blaze rods, and then the server rolled back. I didn't have the blaze rods, and I lost 2 XP, and like all my stuff was back to literally 10 seconds ago or whatever. That's the only time we've ever had a rollback, and it's because the server was having problems.
Had like 2 of them jump down, hit the Strider even twice. 2 hits and this Strider would have been dead.
To me, this one's kind of ridiculous. It's like, if any of them had suicided into the lava and happened to get close enough, and Dream didn't move away quick enough, and they hit his Strider twice and then died, then he would die. And why didn't they do that? Why didn't they risk literally burning all of their items in lava for like a chance at killing him?
When Dream places water, George just watches. He just watches, and he doesn't keep building up. I don't understand why.
I mean, I don't understand why either, but then again, it means George, not me.
Here we see Bad Boy Halo place an Ender Crystal right next to Dream. Had he blown this Ender Crystal up, Dream would have easily died, even with 10 hearts and full diamond armor.
Even in full netherite, he would die. He would die from blowing up the crystal in full netherite.
I put it down. It keeps pushing me up.
Like, I feel like he sees that, and then he just like stops, skips ahead 5 seconds, and then keeps watching the video.
Here, I just have to point out, Lamel, stone crafting table.
What the hell? You're like, this debunking Manhunt video, roasting for the fucking stone. What the hell's wrong with you?
We see that Sapnap makes a mistake. He blows up a bed and he kills himself. I feel like this is such a rookie mistake for Sapnap that it shouldn't happen.
Well, yeah, it is, but then again, like, just mistakes like that can happen occasionally. Like, he just meant to he placed a block on the wrong side of the bed. Like, I've done that in live streams before, and I speed run. I placed the block on the wrong side and clicked it instinctually and blew myself up when I was in the end in the speed run. And I'm sure Sapnap has probably done that in his streams before. Like, I'm sure you can find a clip of him doing that in his stream. Even rookie mistakes happen to the best of the best. Like, you see speedrunners die to that all the time. Obviously not super often for like professional speedrunners, but then again, you do see it. It's happened to me before. It's happened to people I've watched before plenty of times, and it's happened to Sapnap, I'm sure, plenty of times on his stream. So
that part is where cave spiders usually spawn, yet not a single cave spider spawns.
So, first of all, I'm breaking iron with the golden pickaxe. I staged that part. I thought it'd be so funny to make myself look like a fool. But no, I think that the reason the mobs don't spawn as much is because it's on easy. Maybe we have played a manhunt on not easy before, but we play manhunts on the easy difficulty. So cave spiders don't actually give you poison, and there's much less spawns. And the reason for that is just because we don't want... A manhunt would be lame if you're just dying to mobs every time.
You can hear George and Sapnap complaining about there's so many mobs, yet next to Dream, there's not a single mob.
That's because the mob cap. So basically, they have all the mobs. It hit the mob cap. And then I ran away from them, and I was near them, which is why it spawned mobs near me by them. And so basically for mobs to spawn near me, they'd need to kill all those mobs or have those mobs despawn.
You see him making invis and not strength.
So here I made invis because I was planning on sneaking by them at the portal. I knew they were waiting at the portal because they weren't coming to attack me. They had died recently. They were meeting up with each other. They were grouping up. I knew that they were doing that. So the problem is that I wanted to make invis in order to sneak by them. I thought it'd be cool. I thought it'd be easy. I thought they wouldn't realize. And so that's why I did that.
And later on, this invis comes in very handy.
Well, yeah, because I planned. I mean, it came in handy because I made a plan and I stuck to it, and the plan worked. Like he's like, and this invis potion that he decided to brew really helped him. It really helped him for some reason. Like that's kind of suspicious that he made a good plan and followed through with it, and it worked.
He has more than enough obsidian to make a second portal.
I mentioned this at the beginning. We have a rule: you can't make another portal to nether. Well, you can't nether travel. You could potentially make another portal if it's close. It's really close to the other portal, but you can't nether travel. So like the rule, you have to go back to the original portal. He probably could have found that. I've said that so many times.
Even more insane, they left him alone for 30 whole minutes.
One, they know that I'm nearby because they have Sapnap on the surface, which was smart, and they have him running around looking at the compass, checking where I am at all times. So they know I'm still underground. They know that I'm near everybody, and they know that they know that I haven't left. Even if I got full prot 4 diamond and tried to fight them, they're 4 people they're 4 people in prot diamond. I would not be able to take them. They don't want to get trapped. They don't want to separate. They don't want to do anything like that. They just want to stay by the portal. They want to make sure I don't just run by them and get in the portal. They want to defend the portal, kill me if I try and come in, and then boom, they can kill me. You're right. It seems like it's an easy fight, but I have killed them. You forget, I killed them in full prot 4, the manhunt before this, with a trap because they chased me. Like, they know that. Like, so you're saying, well, they have full diamond. Like, they obviously could kill him. Like, yeah, they could, but also they could die and then lose their entire advantage. So what they know is, hey, we're safe in this room. He can't trap us in this room. He comes to us, we kill him because, again, they have that advantage. They just don't want to get trapped.
Throughout the whole entire cave, during the whole time, there was not a single zombie, not a single skeleton, not a single creeper. That is insane luck.
I don't think, again, it is kind of lucky. But then again, it's also like, again, I think there's an explanation for it. I'm pretty sure it's either just the first night, or the fact that it's on easy, or the fact that mob caps, or an explanation of all of them together. I don't know.
At 452, we'd see all the hunters turning to run. This is just absolutely ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. Like, okay, this is something people need to understand. I'll just say this. This is all I'm gonna say. This is all I need to say. I have beaten each one of these people here that are running, every one of them, in a best of 10, when they had full diamond armor, I had a shield and no armor. And he's wondering why they're running when he sees that I have more armor than them and a shield. If I have an advantage in the fight, they're going to run.
Can you tell any difference between these two striders?
Well, obviously not. Obviously, you're not going to be able to because you're watching it through YouTube compressing it, my rendering compressing it, the recording. Like if you're watching the raw footage, I don't even think it looks as good as it does when you're literally playing Minecraft. Like obviously, I can tell the difference. Otherwise, I wouldn't have jumped into the lava pit, not seeing that the Strider had a saddle on.
This whole horse fight is just ridiculous. But then here we just see.
I mean, the horse fight was kind of for content. Like we got to each other with horses, and I was like, "This is awesome! Like, why not like joust? That's like super awesome, right?" And I think he said like, "Let's joust" or something, and then I just did because like, why would I not? That's amazing content. It's a 1v1. Like we can fight anyway. We had this awesome horse fight. And then I ended up like being, screw it, whatever. This has gone on for too long. I feel like you're stalling. I don't want them to catch up. I'm going to kill your horse. I killed his horse. He killed mine. And then we just had a 1v1, like an actual 1v1.
My final question about this one is, why didn't Dream post a full VOD for this one? There's so many.
Well, that's actually a good question. So the reason that we haven't posted the full VODs in the past, there's like a couple main reasons. One, the first one is that it kind of pulls back the curtain, right? So whenever you watch a manhunt, like you get all the intensity, you get all the intense scenes, and you have like it's crafted into this like movie cinematic experience. And then you watch the uncut, and it's like, there's much times where we're just sitting there talking. We're not really doing anything. I'm just collecting stuff where it's super quiet. And there's also like I said, the server can crash. Just things that happen. We pause. We go to the bathroom. Like it kind of pulls back the curtain. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that we have to be on our best behavior. Like we can't. Like obviously, I don't want to ruin my retention and stuff. So obviously we can't curse. We can't curse. We can't say inappropriate things. We can't say things I wouldn't want on my YouTube if I release an uncut. or just things or we can't talk personal stuff. Like, because during that downtime, we always like meme and talk personal stuff and curse and whatever during the downtime in the manhunts. And so it makes the manhunts like that one manhunt was probably the least fun to record. Like it was super fun still, but it was the least fun to record because we were like knowing, we're gonna release this uncut, so let's just, we're not gonna we're not gonna talk anything personal. We're not gonna say anything we wouldn't want in the video. We're not gonna say anything that doesn't want to go on YouTube, things like that. So that's why I'm not releasing any more in the future. Maybe I'll do another one just like down the line, like, but it'd probably be like 4 or 5 videos from now or something. That way it's like, okay, just again, it's pretty much just like, hey, here's proof this isn't staged. Just upload it again. But I think uploading one is enough because like crazy stuff happened. It was similar. It was like the same to all the other manhunts basically. It's uncut. You can watch it. You can see how things go. You can see the different progression, et cetera, et cetera. No matter what, there's gonna be people that don't believe, or people that don't want to believe. No matter what. And this is the end of his video. So everything I've said here, you can go and verify independently from whatever I said.